My black people, the performance of the African Union has been very disappointing at best, and this has made me curious, and I I have started researching more about the institution, and I realized that the head of the African Union, the current head, is Senegal's president, Macky Sall, and this is a dictator who wanted, to extend his term as president. The constitution of Senegal is very clear that a president should not serve for more than 2 terms. But even after serving for 2 terms, Macky Sall is not satisfied. He has this obsession for power, and he wants to enact to change the constitution so that he can run for one more time. And this is one of the reasons that has triggered a string of demonstrations in the country of Senegal. And my black people, I'm very disappointed because, the African Union is acting in a way that is contrary to its mandate. And I researched more about the mandate of the African Union. And the first the first objective of the African Union is to promote the unity and solidarity of the African states. And what we have to ask ourselves, is it promoting, the unity between African states? And the answer is no. Uh, this is because you see Macky Sall, the president of Senegal, he has been in the front line, advocating for the invasion of the country of Niger. And this goes against one of the principles of the African Union, to promote unity among African countries. And this gives me the impression that Macky Sall is a puppet. And it is very sad, to have the head of the African Union being a puppet himself. And the second objective of the African Union is to coordinate and intensify their cooperation and efforts to achieve a better life for the peoples of Africa. So what we have to ask ourselves is, the African Union as currently constituted, working towards, helping the people of Africa achieve a better life? And of course, the answer is no. This is because, for instance, the country of Niger, France has been mining uranium in Niger for quite a long time, and instead of paying for the market price, because the market price of a kilo of uranium is $220, but France has been paying Niger just a small amount of I think $12. Yeah. And this is one of the factors that necessitated the coup in Niger, because they want to overturn these economic deals with France. They want a better deal, so that if it's all about sharing in the value of the minerals, at least they can get at least a 50% allocation, for the price of uranium. And Senegalese president, who is also the head of the African Union, advocating for an invasion of Niger, goes contrary, to the objective of the African Union of fighting for a better life for the people of the African continent. And the other objective of the African Union is to defend their sovereignty, their territorial integrity, and independence. Yeah. The manner in which, the African Union is behaving, goes contrary to these objectives of, defending the sovereignty of African states. Now that we are aware, as Niger readers have, indicated, that there is a foreign power that is intending to invade the country, the African Union should be in the front line, mobilizing all the countries in this continent, to intervene in the defense of Niger, so that its sovereignty can be protected, but they are not doing that. Their territorial integrity, of course, the territorial integrity of any country is very important, and it has to be protected, especially in the African continent, but we don't see that. Yeah. So the independence of these countries. Yeah. So the African Union also has an objective of ensuring that the independence of these countries is upheld. But now this is not what we are seeing in the west part of Africa, because it's like the neighboring West Africa countries and also France, are abetting, a violation of the independence of the country of Niger. And the last objective of the African Union is to eradicate all forms of colonialism from Africa. They're not even doing this, yeah, because even in a country like Mauritania, we still have slavery, yeah. So the African Union, as is currently constituted, cannot, help the African continent, and we need to think about it. If it's all about restructuring the institution so that it can work for the interest of the African people, and not, abet, and or support these other states when they want, to invade the African continent. And that's all I have for today. Make sure you subscribe to this channel so that you can watch more of this content. Goodbye.